Hello, this is your virtual life coach, Michael Lewis. Many, many years ago, when I was very young, I happened on a gypsy fortune teller. I was with a friend of mine, and on a dare, I went in to see her. And, I had a big chip on my shoulder. I knew that everything she was doing was bogus. And so I was all prepared to just go poo poo and so on. But the first thing she did was she grabs me and she said, "You are in terrible danger. You are in terrible danger." And I'm like, what? And she said, "Nobody understands you. You are very artistic and nobody understands you. I see this. I see this." Of course, she was absolutely right. Nobody did understand me. And I was terribly artistic and all like that. So, she had me just like that. And she said, "But I fear for you. I fear for you. Come to my kitchen." And I went, "Okay." And she reaches into the refrigerator and she takes out an egg and she shows it to me and she says, "I will open this egg, and if it runs with blood, you are in terrible, terrible danger." And I went, "Oh my God." So she took the egg and she tapped it with a fork and it ran with blood. And she went, "Ah," and I went, "Ah." And she said, "You are in terrible danger and you must immediately do everything I tell you to do, everything I tell you to do. And I can help you. I can help you." And I said, "Yes, yes. What do you want?" And she said, "I need a new living room set for my living room." And she gave me the address of the department store and the exact stuff to get. And I did that because I was in terrible danger. And then we kept seeing each other. She needed to redo her kitchen and her bathroom and so forth. Uh, anyway, but I was in terrible danger and she was helping me out. So fast forward a good number of years, maybe, I don't know, 7 years later, my wife and I are at a movie theater and we're watching this movie called King of the Gypsies. And it's all about these gypsies and how, what they do and all that sort of thing. And there's this young guy, impressionable young guy, and he goes in with a chip on his shoulder to this fortune teller. And I'm going, "That's interesting. That's kind of like what I did." And the first thing this fortune teller does is she grabs him by the shoulder and she says, "You are in terrible trouble, terrible trouble." And he's like, "What? What? Come with me into the kitchen." And he follows her into the kitchen and she says, if this egg runs with blood, you're in terrible, terrible danger, terrible danger." And then I see what she does. She palms it and she switches another egg. And the egg, she goes like this and it runs with blood. And he panics. And I stood up in the movie theater and I said, "That's what she did. She did that to me. I was duped. And my wife is saying, "Could you just sit down? Could you just sit down?" Anyway, so the point of the story is you can learn something from this if you want. Um, I didn't learn anything, but you can learn something from this whole story, which is if you want something, you need to decide to get it, plan for it, and then do something about it. Like the fortune teller. See, she knew what she wanted, a refurnished apartment, living room and bathroom and so on. She knew exactly how to get it, find some trusting clod like myself and get him to buy all the stuff that she wanted, and then do it. She put her plan into action and it worked perfectly. Perfectly. So 3 steps. Step number 1, know exactly what you want, whether it's new furniture or a new life. Step number 2, come up with a plan on how to get it. Short range or long range, general or specific, doesn't matter as long as you've got something in mind. Step number 3, very important, do the plan. If it works, good for you. You have a party. If it doesn't work, get another plan. 1, 2, 3. Decide, plan, do. Now, does this mean that getting your dreams to come true is as simple as 1, 2, 3? Actually, yes. Does this mean that if your dreams aren't coming true, there can only be at the most 3 things wrong? Yes. Either you didn't completely decide to go after what you wanted, there was a bit of doubt there or fear or whatever, or number 2, the plan didn't work, And remember, it can be a long range plan, like years if need be. Or you just didn't do the plan, got distracted or whatever. Or somebody persuaded you not to do it, or you lost heart or whatever. It's one of those three things: decide, plan, do, or any two of them, or all three. You'll know it when you look it over, and then you can fix it. And that's all I have to say for today. So until next time, love each other, take your vitamins, observe posted speed limits, play nice, and never lose sight of who you are. Never, never, never lose sight of who you are. So long for now.